Page 20, Lord Jesus, think of me. 4/4 time. Now this looks like it's in G major. It's not. It's got one sharp. G major's got one sharp. No, it's in the relative minor. This is an E minor. Yeah, so watch out on that. It doesn't really affect how you play it. I just like you to know what key you're in. That helps. You start thinking about the key you're in as you're playing. It helps you to get on the right notes because you'll learn which sharps and flats are in the key and you'll stick to them. It has a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 4. Right hand is just quarter notes. 4, 1, 2. Don't forget the F sharps. 2, 3. Last measure, reach up and put second finger on the G. Second line, first measure, quarter note is 1, 3. And I recommend for the F sharp D you do a 5, 2 or 2, 5 here, and then a 1, 4, and then a 1, 5. Now on the last measure of the second line there, where you're doing here, if you don't want to do a 1, 3 there, then on the quarter notes, the first beat you do a 2, 4, and the second one do a 3, 5. And then you can do a 2, 4 on the here, and you're in position for the 5th finger. To me, that's actually a better fingering. Like so. The left hand just has 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and broken chords, and I'm just transferring the weight from note to note. Rest. Rest. So you're moving, but you got a quarter rest to move in. And then going from the second measure to the third measure in the second line, you're here. And then you got to go up here. Just reach, leave the A where it is, and just reach up with the 4th finger. And then for the last beat there is, I recommend a 5, 2 here, and then you can go ahead to the next line and use 5th finger on the E, just slide off. For the Amen, the last 2 measures at the bottom, remember that G sharp's good for the whole measure, so in that half note, that's still a G sharp there. Now in this piece at the bottom, that last line on the Amen, the last measure, they're ending on the parallel major, and that does that. A lot of times a piece that's in a minor key will end on its parallel major. So E minor would end on an E major chord, and that's what this is. It's E major. It's a nice effect. They don't have to. It's up to the arranger or the composer what they want to do. But now this is a kind of a medium piece, not too fast, not too slow. And so when you put the hands together, don't rush it. Because those 8th notes are going to have to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the melody is the top note in the right hand. That's what we want to hear. Keep everything else soft. Just keep it real soft. As far as the dynamics go, it starts out soft. That's the melody that's soft. Keep the left hand really soft. Then at the end of the first line, you got that crescendo to go up a little bit. Don't go up much. And then in the second line, you have another crescendo going up. Don't go up from where you are. Come down a little bit and go up, because we don't want this to ever get loud. So it just come down a little bit. And then the next one is a little louder. And then the last line you come back down to soft. Don't get soft until the second measure. Don't get soft too soon. And then for the Amen, you're very soft. That's the whole notes in the right hand, so the left hand has to be so you can hardly hear it. So it's just real soft at the end. Those are the dynamics. It'll take a little bit of practice to get soft enough to have that control where you can do that. Don't cheat and use the soft pedal. Cheat, you know. Do it with the fingers. Make them soft with the fingers. The last line for the Amen, it says Adagio. It's changing tempo. Because there's no retard or anything. You don't get slower. You're just whatever your speed. And then all of a sudden for the Amen, it's just slow. Just how slow, it's up to you. Just Adagio is slow. And if you want to slow down, that's fine too. It doesn't say to, but it's an interpretive thing. You can if you want to. It's okay, really. So you understand everything. You have a 1B pickup at the beginning. That means we need a measure somewhere with only 3 counts in it. Normally you'd look at the last measure and that's where it would be. Well, the last measure is part of the Amen. That's got 4 counts in it. But if you look at the second measure, the last line, that's only got 3 counts in it. That's because the piece ends there. The Amen isn't part of the piece. It's like a coda. It's just an extra little bit stuck on. So the piece ends with the second line. And that's technically where it's appropriate to have the 3-beat measure in there too. You wouldn't put it on the Amen. For the pedal, you could really play this piece without pedal just fine. It works. But they're going to add pedal, and it's just going to be overlapping pedal. Lift up so we hear the rests in the left hand. So we want silence between the phrases to hear that, and so the pedal's got to come up so we can hear that too. So at the beginning, it's overlapping pedal. Now there, second measure, second line. Watch the pedaling here, because it's not just on the every 2 beats here. It's here. The last measure again, it's every beat in the last 2 beats, so it's, look out. So it's nice pedaling technique. Let's play this together slowly. I'll give us 3 counts, just check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. You can do the dynamics on your own. So go ahead and put your hands where they go and the foot's on the pedal. Ready and go. And